Lori Williams is standing by in Calgary, political analyst with her take. Let me ask you about that, Lori. We've already heard a statement from Danielle Smith, the premier of your province, and also from Scott Moe, who held a news conference earlier today in Saskatchewan, talking about, what lies ahead here and worries about Western alienation, Western succession, and whatnot here. What do you make of the Carney victory and what it means for the West?
Well, I would have said the same thing if he'd gotten a majority or minority. There are challenges here in Alberta in terms of representing some of those people who even voted Liberal, who think that there are some unfairnesses in the relationship between Alberta and Ottawa and want to have their voices heard. So it's quite interesting to me that the support for greater independence in Alberta, according to polls, is roughly the percentage, about 28% of those who voted Liberal in the election in Alberta. So, we've got a diverse province and there are issues that have to be addressed here. And I would have said that it would be important for Mark Carney to reach out across those divisions, particularly on a couple of files in Alberta dealing with the energy industry. If he has two candidates from Alberta, it would be good to have them in cabinet, and particularly Corey Hogan in Calgary Confederation comes out with the victory there. He's got sort of a history with working with the Rachel Notley government, but also with the Jason Kenney government in communications. He's got connections to the energy industry. He's got good political strategy and a lot of credibility, and could be a really important sort of conduit for communication between the federal government and the Alberta government and the industries here in Alberta as well.
What do you make of Pierre Poilievre increasing the seat count by about 25, give or take? And again, the numbers may change, but that's kind of where we are right now. Also doing quite well in the popular vote, a little bit behind the Liberals, but losing his own seat in the Ottawa area. What does that mean?
Says, well, for starters, it says that his party is more popular than he is, which we knew already. And that's a challenge for him. It's something that he's going to have to deal with a little bit more effectively going forward. He'll probably hear loud and clear from his party. There may be a bit of dissension there. There certainly are divisions within what they call the conservative movement. But there's an opportunity for Pierre Poilievre here as well to reach across some of those very obvious divisions that we started to see emerge over the last weeks of the campaign. There's a division amongst, or maybe a few divisions amongst conservatives, and it would be important for Pierre Poilievre to try to heal some of those divisions, but also to work with the government on some of those policy areas where they have some overlap, a lot in common, shared concerns amongst Canadians that they want to see Canadians work together to try to resolve. And I think that united front and the appearance of that unity is going to be very important in the negotiations with the Trump administration.
How much of a mandate do you think Mark Carney has here with 4 seats shy of a majority? And as you know, it's always about the math, trying to figure out, who they can dance with, so to speak, to pass legislation and whether Pierre Poilievre is willing to work with the Liberals on big projects or not, where the NDP is at. We're going to show these seat results here again. These are leading or elected. The numbers in the end could change a little bit. There are some close races. There's a really close one in Quebec. There's a really close one in Nunavut. There's a couple of close ones in Ontario, a close one in Newfoundland. We're following it all here as the counting continues, but some of them, Lori, are, there's a, 25 or 30 votes between the two candidates. So again, those numbers on the screen might change. But the mandate that he has in terms of, how he kind of gets anything done moving forward, who's he going to work with?
Well, whoever will work with him. And I think on some counts, I hope some of that is with the Conservatives. I hope some of that has to be from all of the representatives that have come out of Quebec. Quebec gave him a significant number of seats in this election, and that's going to come with a little bit of an expectation out of Quebec. And I mean, the good news for Mark Carney is that he's got representatives in every province of the country. That's a foundation that he can start building from. But it was going to be challenging even with a small majority government. It's a bit more challenging now with this, but there's also no appetite for another election. So there are opportunities for all the parties to try to work together, particularly in light of what's in Canada's interest and not what's in short-term political interest.
There we go. Lori Williams with her take, giving us a sense of where things stand as we continue to follow the results here, including in her province in Alberta, where the Conservatives really a blowout, winning 34 seats. Right now, the Liberals have 2, the NDP with 1. Thanks so much for this, Lori. We'll talk soon.